Hey guys, it's Staci Hutch, and apparently our bosses thought that we didn't talk enough.
So we're going to do a podcast.
We're going to say too much. Hopefully we don't get fired, but it's a podcast, so they can't fire us for having our own thoughts.
And we don't get paid for this, so how can you fire from something that you don't actually do for a job?
You're not getting paid?
No, are you?
Let's start the podcast. Yay!
Time to begin the program.
We are. It is brought to you by Mattress Galaxy, and today is super awesome to talk with Lauren Daigle.
Yeah.
In fact, we're so excited, we're going to run home real quick.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we're going to run home really quick.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
You guys run home.
Okay. We're going to run home, and through the magic of video and podcasting, you're going to see us in the same outfits at home.
Yeah.
Trippy.
I know, right?
Here we go.
So here we go. Magical transition. Here's Lauren Daigle. Hey, Lauren.
Hello there.
How you
How
doing?
are you?
We're doing good. We're so excited. I mean, you know, to be able to start something, music therapy, like we did last year with Andy Grammer, and to have it a secret from us. Our bosses didn't even tell us they were trying to get you and talk to you about it. And when they finally told us the day before we could announce, because they don't trust us, you were such a big secret. But once they told us,
We were like, you're kidding me.
yeah, we were so
No way."
shocked. But then we know
Oh.
we know you, and we know that you're so into stuff like this and promoting music therapy and mental health. And so, first off, from Staci and I, thank you so much. We appreciate you doing it.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I care so deeply about this. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to go sing for some prisons around the country. And I asked a lot of these inmates who have struggled with various things. And I said, what is it that we can do to help? Like, what are true avenues that we can work through to help? And the first thing they talked about was getting involved with youth programs and different things like that. So I've been a part of helping lots of music programs around the country bring instruments to children that might be in some of these conflict zones, if you will, and just seeing them come to life, seeing what it has done for their heart, for their confidence, for I was in this one program and they would always say, discipline, like every time they would pull their drumsticks together. And it gives so many people a sense of purpose. Music, art, creativity, it allows things in the mind and in the heart to be expressed and to be opened up. And I just feel very strongly about it. So thank you for having me. It's going to be awesome.
What is one of those things that you went to the prisons, and it's a misconception for someone who hasn't been in trouble with the law, who hasn't had any issues in their lives? What is a misconception we have about people that are in jail?
How far down this hole do you want to go? I can't say enough of how much someone's life can actually be transformed. I think sometimes when we think of these people, we're like, oh, it's easy for us to project that they did something bad and they have to stay there. But a lot of people's lives actually genuinely change in prison. And you see these people that have once done something awful or horrible, you see them become completely made new again. And I was in this prison outside of Chicago. It was a maximum security prison. And I was sitting with a group of these guys in a circle, and they went around and talked about what happened in their childhood that got them to these places, and that caused them to interact with gang violence and different things. But if you sit with them, all they were searching for was love and acceptance, things that we can completely relate to, being on the outside of that world. Love and acceptance. We all want a sense of belonging somewhere in life. And they found belonging, unfortunately, it was just in the hands of the wrong environment, right? And so when you boil it down to the simplistic human nature of love and acceptance, you realize we're not really all far from them. It's not really this great chasm between someone who's in there and someone who's not. And I think the more that we sit and we recognize that these are people too, that have had childhoods, that have had things go a certain route in their life that has led to the decisions that they made, it makes you realize, like, wow, if we have the opportunity to make decisions that will change for the better, they also too can probably make those same decisions. And I've seen it with my own two eyes. In that group, there was a man that was released from prison that had been in there for 30 years. And he didn't even know. I mean, think about the drive-through at McDonald's, okay? Just how much the signs have transformed in the past 30 years. Like, his perception of the reality that we all live is completely different. But he left and went to college, and at 50 years old, got a degree and is incredible. And so I feel like when you see these lives actually transform, it changes your perspective of the people that are in those cells.
Unbelievable. There's so much more we have in common than we really realize. There's more that we have in common than we don't. And I think that sometimes we just, you just look at someone who looks so much different than you do, and you just make assumptions, and you can't help it. It's just our human nature. But I think you're right. Music has a way of bringing people together too, in ways that I think we don't realize. I think it's the one thing in my heart, I think, that kind of tells us that we are connected, because you don't need a language. You don't need to understand what someone is singing. You can feel their emotions. You can feel what they're feeling and conveying to you. That's what I think is so incredible about music. And that's why I love it.
Oh yeah. It's so much deeper than anything auditory, anything linguistic. Like, music is the universal language. It penetrates to the heart and soul. And I've watched that happen, because we'll go play in countries that are not English speaking countries, and they're singing at the top of their lungs, like with as much passion, as much conviction, as much grit as I am singing in English, and it's really profound. There's this artist that you may be familiar with. Her name is Rosalia, and her voice, I watched this performance by her, and she was speaking completely, it was flamenco, and she was doing everything in Spanish. But I have never felt the way that I felt listening to the intonations and the things that she was doing with her voice to express such sorrow and such like confusion. The story was of confusion, and it was breathtaking. But I felt it as if I was singing it, even though I had no idea what she was saying. And I feel like that is music. Music can, if Beethoven can make up these incredible melodies, and if he can bring us on these wild journeys through the piano without being able to hear, like he was deaf by the end of his life, that has to say something for itself. It's so transformative.
You talk about feelings in music, and Staci even brought it up perfectly about how we're all connected through a way. Now, when you write a song, you write it from a perspective of a story that you personally have, or that you've witnessed from someone else. But the way you write that, or the way you portray it or sing it, is not how your fans take it, which has to be kind of a cool thing, because it's their own story, yet it's still your song and still your story. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's my favorite thing. I was telling someone this the other day. The fans' interpretation of a song can make you fall in love with the song that you just kind of was like, you were going to put it on the shelf. You were like, I'm okay with that. When you see a fan interpret that song and it becomes something real to them, something they can hold on to for dear life, it changes everything. And I've had that experience with certain songs. There's this one song, Trust in You, and I was like, oh, this song's kind of corny. I don't know if I really want to put this on the record. This was like way back in the beginning of my career. And whenever I went to play that song live, it rocked me to the core. The people were singing at the top of their lungs, tears falling down their face. I got so many letters of parents who were sitting alongside their children in hospitals, and people who were experiencing loved ones passing at an elderly age. Like, this was the song that they held on to in those moments. And when you see someone else's story imprinted on the song that you once had an experience with, it becomes all the more rich, all the more deep, all the more holistic. I feel like someone once said, you might be the seed. You might be the seed that's sitting here writing these songs or whatever, but we're the scatterers as the
Wow.
fans, we're the scattered. And I was
That's
like,
cool.
yes and yes.
Can we all freak out real quick? 1 second. I
Yeah.
just found out that your Target Center show on September 30th is almost sold out. Like it's almost Target Center's huge. Like
I didn't know
it's
this.
people need to get tickets and they
Yes,
need to get them
pronto.
quick. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Come
how
on.
crazy is that even you a couple years ago, is looking at this and going, I'm headlining an arena tour and I'm almost selling things out. And Minnesota is huge into you,
Huge.
lady.
We
And
love you over here. We were
I
just
mean-
like, we're Lauren Daigle town, man.
it is. How crazy is it? Let's freak out about that for a second.
Yeah, I am pumped. Okay, this tour is going to be something different than I've done before. And so to see people gravitate, I'm like, it's so refreshing. It's been 5 years since I put out a record. It's not like I put out a record yesterday and here we go, we're just riding the high. Like it's been a long time. So this shows the dedication of these fans and the dedication of people listening to this music, that they would come and support like this is beautiful. I am blown away. Anytime I hear something like that, I'm like, wait, are you serious? Wait, are you kidding me? Like, I kind of freak out. Internally, I'm doing somersaults right now.
Oh my
It's
God.
nice
the
to know you're
hundreds,
not jaded.
yes, yes.
No,
The
oh
hundreds
my
of
gosh.
messages we're getting saying, how can we get tickets to music therapy? Like, it's free, guys. You just
Yeah.
go there, get there early. And the people that are going to probably just wait in line. And I mean, you've just got to be amazed that your message of all of your music is being so accepted. And that new album, how different is it from what you've released before?
Oh yeah, well, I'll say this. Some of the messages are similar, but I feel like this process of making this record was so transformative for me being in the studio. And I think you'll hear that as it comes out. Some people who have listened to my music for a long time that are on my internal team said, Lauren, I've never heard your voice like this. And I worked with this producer, his name's Mike Elizondo, and he pulled things out of me that were so pure. He let me create, he let me invent. There was just something about the experience that was just truly freeing. It's why it's self-titled, is because I feel like this project remade me in such a beautiful way. But the lyrical content it ranges from stories of hope, stories of love, stories about the state of the world that we're in right now. There's just so much lyrical content that I'm so excited to reveal. But then from a sonic landscape, you got everything from like some hip hop elements to ballads to singer-songwriter. It's the first time I've ever showcased my voice, just me and an acoustic guitar on the record. I haven't done an acoustic guitar driven song yet. And so hearing just some of those nuances that are new, it's exciting for me. I'm excited, but it's not going to, how some people make records that completely leave their fan base behind. It's not one of those. It's not like all the people that have come with me and been a part of this before, they're going to just have to find some new music somewhere else. This is, I can't wait to give the gift of what I've been holding on to for 5 years. We've been working on this record we worked on it for about 2 years. And just to see it all come together, I'm like, I can't wait to give this gift to the people who have been on this journey with me and the people that are still yet to come. It's just beautiful.
Well, let's
I was
get together.
excited. Oh, sorry, Hutch.
Well, I just want to say, let's get together before, because it's releasing May 12th. You're here May 15th.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, so we have a lot to talk about, but I know,
Yes.
Staci,
I would love it.
you actually, I just saw this yesterday on Instagram. You had some people message you questions for Lauren.
Yeah, well, the questions didn't come through. I
okay.
wasn't able to, they came through garbled. So I don't have anything from fans yet. So I'm going to save them for when she's here.
Okay, perfect.
And then we'll get some from the crowd then. But I wanted to tell you that I was listening to Waiting. I found online, and I love that song. It is so not what I was expecting. And you had said that some of the people that you were listening to when you were growing up were Aretha Franklin and Al Green and who else was it? And then at school they would play Respect.
Yes.
Friends respect. And I was like listening to Waiting, and I'm like, the song Waiting kind of reminds me a little bit of a 1960s kind of like RESPCT. And I was like, that is so cool. It's such a
Yes.
cool thing. And it just sounded so different. So,
Thank
and I was
you.
also looking, I know you're on Idol. I didn't realize you were on Idol 2 times. And
Mhm.
not only were you on Idol and then, you didn't make it to the end, which is, fine. But you got far, and then you end up being invited back to be a mentor. How cool is that to go, yeah, hi guys, I didn't make it on Idol all the way, but don't worry, I'm the mentor now, so you can make it music too.
Okay, that was so much fun. I loved my time on Idol. The same producers that were there when I was on it are still the producers to this day. So it was kind of like a family reunion, if you will, like going back and seeing everybody. It was really special. But I did not know how much I was going to love getting to do that. I'm like, if I could ever be a judge on that show, I 1000% would. It was just so sweet to see these people who had so much raw talent and be able to like actually pour into their journey and encourage them and say, hey, whether or not you make it or not, this is going to be something that you can pour into your life for a long time. And I got told no on American Idol, but it ended up being the best thing, because sometimes when you're told no, it really shows how important your yes is. So I was told no, but I still wanted to say yes to music. But to what degree? If you're told no and you're like, okay, I'm just going to hang it up, it is what it is, you kind of realize my yes to that wasn't very strong. But when you're told no and you're like, no, I still have to make this happen, you realize, okay, my yes is toward this is a bit stronger. So it was good. I had to search for it. And yeah, I'm so glad for any time I get to be on that show.
We are
That's
so
so
excited for you, and KS95 has always been such a huge supporter of your stuff.
Yes.
And not for any reason, but that just because it's good. And I hope you don't take that any other way than your music is amazing and it connects. And that's why we play it and are huge fans of yours. And we're so excited. By the way, you're going to have to come with us. We're broadcasting live. We'll find a commercial break, but where you're performing, there's a shot, a kind of like a quick service of just grilled cheese sandwiches. So you're going to have to come.
Have you seen that scene in Chef where they make the grilled cheese sandwich? The movie is called Chef.
Yeah, with Jon Favreau, right? Or
yes.
Yes, yeah.
Whenever they do that crunch, I just wish I worked on the sound design team for that. Because it lives in my ears over and over and over. It was so, watching him make a grilled cheese sandwich was the most satisfying thing I've seen in years. Okay?
Maybe we'll get you back there and you can make one with us.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Well,
yes,
Lauren, we are so excited for, if you guys want more information on music therapy with Staci Hutch, and of course featuring Lauren Daigle, you can do that at ks95.com. Lauren, we're so excited to see you and can't wait to fangirl with you about your success and that new album being released just 3 days before you're coming to see us. So
yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No
I
problem.
can't wait to see all of you in Minnesota.
Thanks, Lauren.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. She's so awesome, isn't she?
She's very sweet.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And that event's going to be so much fun on May 15th. If you're listening to this after May 15th, boy, you missed a great event.
You did. And maybe next year you can join
So
us
much
for
fun.
something fun.
Who helped make that interview possible?
I
Was
don't
that
know.
Mattress
Our
Galaxy?
boss. Oh,
Well, yes.
Mattress
Well,
Galaxy.
yes. Of
Thanks,
course. They make
Mattress
every
Galaxy.
interview here possible. Thanks, Ross. I already said it, but thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, why you got to go and point that out?
Did it
like
go
a
over
big
my
jerk?
head?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Because Staci
Never
does that
mind.
to me too. And I'm like, I'm a grown up
Mm-mm.
most times.
I'm so sorry, Hutch.
25% of the time.
Hey, what? It's okay to mention it more than once. We
I'm-
love them.
I know when
Well, I
I
know.
aired when both of you are like, hey, shut up.
Right. But now we got to do the longer form right now of why we love Mattress Galaxy.
Well, they are celebrating 22 years of being in business, and they are a local family-owned business. So, when you deal with them, you're dealing with, nice people who live here, just like you do too.
Yes, very nice people. We love them so much.
Are you okay over there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just stretching.
We're not going to tell the masses what Hutch just did to me.
No, you know what it is? I need good sleep.
You do need good
And
sleep.
I'm sassy today
Are
because
you
I
a
haven't gotten
little
good sleep.
sassy?
Are you like me today? I feel good when I don't
We're
sleep
still
well, but
talking
I'm
about
edgy.
Mattress Galaxy.
Yep.
Don't go
So
off on the right
maybe
turn.
you need to go over there because you know what? They actually, because of their celebration, now through, I believe it's May 8th, perhaps they'll go longer. You'll have to ask the store for details. But because they're celebrating their 22 years, they're offering right now really big savings on their major brands. You can save up to $800. And they're offering you 0% financing too. So ask about that. You might get your right mattress at a really good deal.
There you go. That is Mattress Galaxy, Hudson, Hastings, New Richmond, and Woodbury, where they have their sleep sanctuary.
Very nice.
Did I hit them all?
I think you did.
All right. There you go. There's a Mattress Galaxy anywhere close to you.
Pretty much.
Let's do pass or play.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We're gonna pass or play. We're gonna pass or
Gonna
play.
pass or
And
play.
then we're gonna pass or play. And then we're gonna
Play
say
this
to Ross,
game.
let's play.
As we start, Staci, I want you to know that yesterday I was walking around my place and out loud I was singing, "It's time to play the game." So
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
it gets stuck in my head all the time.
Okay.
Today's questions, there's a theme. I was going to use these on our last pod, an edition of Pass or Play, but we spent so much time sampling all the great foods at Target Field,
Oh, yes.
I couldn't get to them. And if you missed that podcast, find it in this same feed or on YouTube.
And by the way, I'm going to guess it's since it was baseball food.
Oh.
The trivia today is baseball.
It's all baseball related today.
Oh,
And by the
in
way,
some way, shape, or
trouble.
form.
She's better at baseball trivia than I am.
I don't know if I am.
Oh, 100%.
We'll see.
I'll get you on football. But baseball, you've experienced more games than I have.
Maybe.
And so you're more.
I don't know. It's now that you said that, I will fail miserably.
I think
Oh,
you'll
sorry.
both be okay because it's not really players or stat specific. So
That's good.
we'll
Okay.
get to it.
All right.
Your topics today: the grand opening, thanks, Governor, concert in the park, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
Ross.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And what a tiny footprint.
Oh my God, who gets to go first?
You are losing. No, Stacy's losing,
Oh,
so
she
she
goes
can
first.
go
Okay.
first.
Oh, do
Please
you
pick
want,
tiny
Do you want me
footprint.
to pick tiny footprint?
Please
okay,
pick
we'll
it.
pick tiny
That's got to be the
footprint.
first one.
Okay, tiny
Okay.
footprint it is.
What a tiny footprint.
Print.
Target Field's footprint is the smallest
Oh, yeah.
in Major League Baseball at just blank acres. So we're looking for acres here.
Uh-huh.
How many acres does Target Field sit on?
Ooh.
Is it 6.5 acres? Is it 10 acres? Is it 8.5 acres? Or is it 3 acres?
I'm going to pass it.
Oh, I know nothing about acreage.
Me neither.
And I don't even know what an acre is. And is compared to as miles. And I know it's not miles because I walk that thing and don't get out of breath. I know it's either 3 or 6. It's got to be if it's the smallest. Oh, I'm going to go the lowest. I'm going to say 3. Final answer.
You're going to go with the lowest of 3.
Hold on. Let me pot it. Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
You did that on purpose.
Just because you gave yourself the correct sounder does not mean it's correct.
Was it 6?
It's actually 8.5.
Oh,
So that's 8.5 acres.
8.5 acres
Okay.
is what it sits on.
that's
And
a lot.
It's actually
But it doesn't feel like
It
it's.
does. Yeah, I would think that it wouldn't. I mean, it feels like it should be more.
Right.
it is also built up a bit, so it does feel a bit bigger. If that makes sense.
Built up more than most other ballparks?
That I don't know, but my hunch would be probably yes.
I was gonna say because
If
if you're in the last row, you look down, you're like, I'm looking straight down.
Yeah.
And if you're in there, it's a tall stadium.
It's very
too.
tall.
It's a
So-
smart way to build it, I would guess, because then you're using less
And
space.
by the way, not only the footprint of space, but the greenhouse footprint that it has is very economical too.
Yes.
So they've built it to make it very eco-friendly.
And Target Center has done the same thing
Yes,
too. If you ever see
they have.
those aerial shots.
Cool.
All right, so Stacy gets the first one right. That means
Yay.
Hutch.
What's
I get
the
a
first
point.
one? I like the first one. Was the first
The
one?
grand opening.
Let's do the grand opening.
In what year did Target Field open to the general public?
Mm.
Was it A, 2012? I don't know why I give you the B, C, and D. So was it 2012, 2015?
2012, final answer.
You don't even want to know the other choices.
No.
But it's not correct.
Oh, it's not?
Oh.
2010 was the first year at Target Field.
Oh, I thought you were starting with the. Oh, come on.
Would that have jogged your memory?
Yes.
If I would have?
Yes.
Whoops.
Dang it. Because I knew I was at my old radio station. We took a tour of it. It was my first radio station in Mankato. And I should have realized I was so excited. And I thought you started with the lowest first.
Sometimes I do, but I like to mix it up just to get in your heads.
I know.
Hey, one of these days, can we talk about your transition from TV to radio? Either on this pod or just you and I?
Sure, it's
think it
not
would be
really
interesting.
exciting.
Oh, I think it would be very
I
interesting.
just ran like camera. I didn't.
Oh,
I was
And now
16.
robots do that.
Now robots do that. Yeah. I was 16, so I wasn't on TV. I mean,
Hutch was
I
replaced
just basically
By
quit a job and went to radio school.
you got. you
So we
got
talked about it.
replaced.
There you
Great.
go, guys.
All right. Thanks, Governor. Concert in the Park. 2468. Who do we appreciate?
Ross.
I got to pick that one just
Ross.
because I don't want to hear him do that again.
Oh,
It is kind of annoying,
he
but
likes it.
I
though.
do like the affirmation that he actually likes me, though.
Yeah.
Since moving to Minnesota in 1961,
Mhm.
How
You
many-
get this, you win. By the way,
yeah, you would sweep the game. A baseball term, too. Well, sports term. Since moving to Minnesota, since moving to Minnesota in 1961, how many times have the Minnesota Twins won more than 99 games in a regular season?
Ooh.
For context, they've always played roughly between 146 and 162 games.
Since
You-
61, you're
Yeah,
asking.
since 61. Your options are in the topic: 2, 4, 6, or 8.
Oh,
How many times have they won?
99.
honestly,
More
you might as well pass it to me
than
because I have no
99
idea. and
games.
You deserve a win.
I feel like you're just saying
No,
that.
I promise you, I know nothing. Listen. Look at me in the eyes. I promise you, I have
Look
no
into
clue.
my
I don't trust that.
eyes.
I looked you in the eyes and I said, I promise.
If I pass it to you and you lie to me,
You
I will
see.
kill you
Well, first off,
with
you
this
can pass
pen
it
and
to
my
me,
thumb.
and you know I'm a really bad liar.
Yeah, you
So
are.
you'll know I'm lying, but I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to guess a random number.
But then you'll guess it right. I'd rather be the one who guesses it right.
All
The
right.
beauty here is that
Give me
you
the
guys,
point.
you guys are arguing.
Oh, who's going to get it more wrong?
Who's more stupid?
Who's going to get this more wrong?
A question that neither one of you know the answer to.
It's true. And that's the funny part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let me just ask you what you would guess.
I'd guess 2.
I was going to guess 6.
Now you have a big decision to make.
I know. All right. I'll just say, I'll answer it and I'll say 6.
You're going to go with 6.
Yeah.
We're going to play on. Hutch gets this one.
Wait, so
What's
she
the
was
answer?
wrong.
She was wrong. Yeah.
You
What
darn.
is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
What's the answer?
The answer was actually, who was going to guess 2?
He
Me.
was.
That's the correct answer.
See?
And I didn't even think that was the right answer because you had to figure, like, obviously the World Series was
Yeah.
in the 80s, so 87.
See, then I would have been mad anyway.
87 and 91. And until recently, I think it was the 87 team when they won the World Series. It was the fewest amount of wins from a team that won the World Series.
That's kind of
Nice
funny.
play, Stace.
Yeah.
All right,
So we have 2 topics left. Hutch needs them both. Thanks, Governor,
let's do that
or Concert in the Park.
because I like saying governor.
Governor, the governor. Which Minnesota governor signed the Minnesota Twins Stadium bill into law?
Tim
Was it
Valenti.
Jim?
Final answer.
Okay, that time you are
Good
right.
job. All right. I guess we're left with
Oh, we're on to
concert in the
Now
park.
this is it.
the 5th and deciding game in the series.
Dun, dun, dun.
Concert in the Park. This is for you, Stace.
I'm not going to do well. I'm
Stace,
nervous.
whatever it is, I know it's gonna be Paul McCartney. Say Paul McCartney.
It's not. It's
Okay,
not.
all
Actually.
right. He wouldn't shut up about Paul McCartney at Target
Did you
Field
see me?
yesterday.
I was planting it. I'm trying to will it back into existence.
All right.
Pink is bringing her summer carnival tour to Target Field on Thursday, August 10th.
Mhm.
Pink's debut album, Can't Take Me Home,
Mhm.
was released in what year? Was it the year 2000? The year 1997? Could it have been 1993? Or was it 2002?
Okay.
Can't Take Me Home was released in what year?
I don't think it was 2002.
Boy, you can cut the tension with a knife.
Or it wasn't 93.
Staci
that's for
will
sure.
either-
It's too old.
Tie, pass, or play at 6.
It was before social media
Or
had places to
Hutch.
post because she sings about that in that one of those songs. Oh God, was it 2000?
Hutch could take a 2-game lead right here.
Now, which husband was I married to or divorced from at the time?
I wish
That
I
is
had more
key.
identifiers in my life like
You don't
this
want that
to help me
identifier.
pinpoint.
It's helpful.
It's very helpful, but it's a record no one wants to break.
Was it before D or AD or before T or AT? Okay, I've got 3 to choose from. What could it be? What could it be? I will say, looking at Hutch.
I have 2 guesses in my head.
So do I.
I think they're the same as yours.
All right, I might as well be wrong on my own terms. So I guess I will play, and I am going to say 97.
That's what I would have guessed.
You're going to guess 97.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you would have guessed.
Mm-hmm.
You both would have been wrong. So Hutch rallies to win this edition of Pass or Play.
It's 2002?
It's 2000.
2000.
Oh, there you go.
Hutch has been around longer than that.
April 4th of 2000, I do want to backtrack. Governor Pawlenty signed that bill into law May 26th of 2006. So the stadium was then put up in, 3.5 years?
Yep.
When the Twins won their 100 games or more twice. One was in 1965 when they lost the World Series. One was recent, 2019, when they got swept in the first round of the playoffs, which we're not talking about.
We are not talking
and
about
that is this edition of Pass or Play.
Do you know what we're talking about? Snack chat.
What's the latest grub?
Soup's on, fat boy.
You'll find out what's an oral gasm
Your chicken is delectable.
and what's dorm food.
That's disgusting.
Because it's time to test your taste buds as we now present Staci and Hutch's Snack Chat.
All right, let's do it. We've got 2 things only today because we're still full from yesterday.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my
goodness.
word. I was going to bring some stuff. I didn't think we were
No,
out of food.
listen, I've got we're not. I can't do anymore. Like I've been
It's
so
so much.
stuffed. So we're going to do some sweet today. We did a lot of savory yesterday.
Mhm.
Hostess has the bouncers. These are Ding Dong edition.
Ding dong.
We
that's
did the
just right.
Twinkies, I think,
Mhm.
a while ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
like around
Yep.
Christmas we did those.
And so now Ding Dong is out with the,
Let's go, ding dong.
oh my God, they are messy.
That looked like quite the process to try and...
It is.
Oh, they're very
You're going to make it dirty in here, aren't you?
Oh, I'll tell you. Those are better than Ding Dongs. Ding Dongs, there's too much cake. This is a nice amount of cake versus the filling.
Good thing we don't need to reuse any of these questions because this is now going straight to the trash.
Yes.
That's good.
Here it is.
I like those better than the Twinkies.
They don't look great.
What do we call
No.
this one? What's it called?
Ding
Bouncer.
Dongs, bouncers. Those are good. It's the right mixture of flavoring between the
Waxy.
filling and the cake. I
Mhm.
like it for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, right? Because Ding Dongs, they're good, but it's too much cake, I think, in Ding Dongs.
You know what that is? That's a road trip snack.
That is a road
You
trip
grab
snack.
that when you're in the car and you don't think twice about it.
I found-
chemically.
I found these. These are M&M's new flavor, key lime pie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, a very spring mix. It is key lime pie, share size. It is white chocolate candies, by the
Ooh,
way.
I like white
I
chocolate.
like white chocolate too.
All right. So, oh, they're nice and big too.
I just want to publicly thank both of you for always bringing items to Snack Chat. One of these days, I'll remember to see something
Whoa.
new at the store and bring stuff in.
I'm
Taste-
only
Tastes
kidding.
like a Skittle.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's a chewy version of a Skittle. More
Key lime
chewy.
pie is my favorite type of pie. I don't like this. You can distinctively taste the key lime and surprisingly at the end, the graham cracker hits you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan though. It reminds me too much of a Skittle that's chewier.
Yeah.
It's interesting though.
Hutch, you hit the
I
nail
don't
on the
hate it.
head. That's a Skittle.
That is a
That's-
Skittle.
Yep.
It's like a non-chewy Skittle.
Yeah.
Only I do like it's sweeter.
It's crazy that it hits your mouth with the lime and then at the end the graham cracker comes out.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool how it does that.
Not a fan, but I'm not going to buy them. And I love key lime pie. It's like I said, my favorite pie.
I
It's-
like them. I don't think I would buy them though.
It's
but I do
kind of
like
a
'em.
mind mess because you're expecting M&Ms. Yes.
Yes. That is
So
exactly
your
right.
brain is like, wait a minute, where's the chocolate?
The M&M is cute though on the
Hey, Ross, calm down. Okay. I know you're single. She's probably taken by the yellow.
we both need more sleep, don't we?
We do.
We're very punchy today.
Thanks to Mattress Galaxy. And hopefully they'll get us more sleep soon. Mattress Galaxy, sleep better now. Thanks for bringing us Staci and Hutch Say Too Much. We'll see you guys back here next podcast. And of course, Staci with an I, KS95, Hutch KS95, and the Ross Brendel
That's right.
on Twitter and Instagram.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you guys back here next time. Bye.
Okay, there's one bouncer left who wants to fight for it.
Not me.
It's all you.
It's all you.
I didn't bring lunch today, so this is my.
You're going to start coughing now before the show.
I know.
Yeah. She has these coughing fits. You know this.
Yes. Yep.
She's not
from-
allergic, but the high fructose corn syrup messes with her throat.
It's the cheap.
Has that been your whole
yucky-
life?
Yeah.
Even as a kid?
hmm
Oh, I couldn't imagine
Oh.
not doing high fructose syrup as a kid.
It got worse and worse and worse.
The older you get, it gets worse?
hmm
Oh
well,
my God.
as a kid, it wasn't too bad, and then it got worse and worse because more and more things are using them.
Oh, got it.
And
I
it's
would feel so
cheaper
bad
and
for you
yuckier.
as a kid if you were going through that. I always felt bad for the kid when you were passing out candy at school.
And they couldn't have any.
Couldn't have chocolate, so you had to bring like a separate gift for that
When
kid.
Stacy retires and I have to take care of her, that's all I'm bringing her is high fructose corn syrup. And then she won't be able to talk.
He wants
trying
to-
to get rid of the problem.
Yeah, there you
He
go.
wants me to choke to death.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.